My name is Kavita, for those that don't know me. I work here at AgeWell as an Impact AgeWell officer, delivering support to older people across Mid and East Antrim. Today's Rapid Rundown is a fantastic opportunity to hear from different organisations across Mid and East Antrim, all working together to support older people within our community. So just to make you aware before we start, we're going to be recording this session. So if you prefer not to be seen, just keep your cameras off. And for anybody unable to attend, both the recording and the slides are going to be available, I think, from tomorrow. You can check that out on our website, which is www.meap.co.uk/rapid rundown. So just can I get everyone at the minute just to pop your names and your organisation into the chat box, just so we know who all's on and where everybody is from. Thank you. And just for the duration of the session, we'll have everybody on mute, obviously with the exception of those presenting. If you've got any connection problems, feel free to leave the session and then try and rejoin. Our tech team today, we've got Chrissy on, he's our finance and systems team lead for AgeWell. And we also have Erin Donnelly. She is our finance and admin assistant on board. So thank you very much to these guys for looking after the presentations and the timing and just for keeping me right. So anybody that wishes to post on social media about the session today, you can use the hashtags AgeWell Partnership and the hashtag Rapid Rundown. And of course, it would not be a rapid rundown without prizes. So to keep things lively, we've hidden 2 pumpkins. They're in the slides, so your mission is to find these pumpkins. You've got to be the first person to find the pumpkin, so it's fastest fingers first. When you find the pumpkin, type pumpkin into the chat when you do. So it's just a wee test to see who's paying attention. And yes, if you do find a pumpkin, you could win this. I don't know if you can see it. It is a Terry's Chocolate Mint. All right, so keep those eyes peeled. Unfortunately, today we don't have time for questions, but the presenters' details and contact information will all be on the screen on their second slide, so you can contact them directly if you have any questions. And now you'll all be delighted to know that we would like to get a photograph of everybody. So we all love getting our picture taken, don't we? I'm going to hand over to Chrissy here, who's going to coordinate us getting our picture taken. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. So those who want to get their photo in or selfie, can you turn your cameras on? If you don't, you're perfectly welcome to turn them off. That's fine. So we'll do our usual rapid rundown jazz hands as we're doing this. So I'll have to do this on a couple of takes because we're across a couple of different screens. So I will say 1, 2, 3 jazz hands, and everybody just smiling jazz hands, and you keep that going until I say great, thank you. So 1, 2, 3 jazz hands. Keep her going, keep her going. Keep going. It's not, it's pros. Keep going. Jazz hands. And keep going. Keep going. Yep. And one more. 1, 2, 3 jazz hands. Keep her going. And again. It keeps freezing. That's us. Thank you.
Thank you, Chrissy. I think that was the longest jazz hands ever.
You did it so wonderfully. Thank you very, very much.
Right, so now without further ado, it's over to you. Time for the presentations. So just a wee reminder that you'll have 2 minutes to present your slides. And when you're down to the final 10 seconds, Chrissy's going to pop a wee slide on screen just to remind you that it's time to wrap up. And then if you do start to run over, I'll step in and try and move us along to the next presenter. All right, so over to our first presenter. We are kicking off with Wenda from Volunteer Now. Wenda.
Good morning. My name is Wenda Gray and I work for Volunteer Now. I am the Volunteer and Support Officer for Mid and East Antrim and Antrim and Newton Abbey. So Volunteer Now is a regional and local organisation that aims to promote, enhance and support volunteering across Northern Ireland by engaging in promotional campaigns to increase awareness of volunteering, supporting volunteers to find volunteering opportunities and providing training and information to organisations to help them develop good practice in involving volunteers. So sorry, can I go to the next slide, Chrissy? So we are a one-stop shop for volunteering. Some of our initiatives are listed below. We are currently providing free adult safeguarding training for organisations across the 5 trust areas. And we have an events team that recruit and manage the volunteers for all the big events across Northern Ireland. This year was the Open, the golf tournament, and in Portrush during the summer. So Be Collective is our online platform, which is held within our website. And this is a free resource for both organisations and for volunteers. Organisations can promote their volunteering opportunities through the website, and they need to register on the Be Collective platform and add their volunteering opportunities. Once the opportunities are endorsed, we then promote them through all our social media platforms. For if anyone is looking for a volunteer role, they can go on the homepage of our website and there's a search mechanism. On the search mechanism, they just need to put up their postcode, how far they're prepared to travel, and if there is a particular cause that they're interested in, and then they click on the search button, and then a list of opportunities will flag up within that locality. So what the volunteer then will do, once they find an opportunity of interest, they will apply directly through the organisation, and the organisation will come back to them and will then arrange for them to meet with them. So I think actually that's me finished. I don't really need the 10-second warning, so I've been practicing. So anybody, my details are up on the screen now for anybody that wants to contact me with regards to volunteering. Thank you.
Well, brilliant. Thank you so much, Wenda. And it's a hard job going first. So well done for going first. Thank you very much. Now we are over to Sophie, who's going to tell us about our Impact Age Well. Sophie.
Hi everyone, so I'm Sophie and I work as an Impact AgeWell officer for AgeWell, and I'll maybe start. So we can receive referrals for older people from anywhere, and then they are all screened either by the GP or if they come from the social work team, they don't need to be. There's a wee bit of information here about the criteria for referrals. Anybody over the age of 60 that is registered with one of our GP surgeries across Mid and East Antrim that lives with one of the chronic health conditions. And once we've received a referral, we'll go out and do home visits with the person. Support is for up to 6 weeks, with one home visit every 4 weeks. And during the visits, we'll discuss their home, their health, their well-being, their community and their future. And from that, we can take a very person-centered approach in getting them the type of support that they need, whether that be referrals or signposting. And we work in partnership then with the PACT, the community pharmacist, the social work teams and the GPs as well. And if you want to move on to the next slide there, Chrissy. And that's all of our contact information there. I think that's me done.
Okay, thank you so much, Sophie. So now we're over to Laura, who's going to tell us about the Rosie's Trust.
Hello. I'm Laura. I'm Development Officer for Rosie's Trust. We are Northern Ireland's only charity that keeps people and pets together. So we can do this in 3 situations. When the person's going through cancer treatment, when they're receiving end-of-life care, or when they're 65 and over with mobility issues. The chunk of our support is we visit the person in their home and help them with pet care. So whether that's dog walks, groomer visits, cat litter, whatever the case may be, those practical aspects that whatever they're going through might make difficult. as a knock on from that, we act as like a check-in service. So somebody knows their doorbell will ring 5 days a week. And like another knock on then is we're combating social isolation, we're improving kind of loneliness, the mental health impact of keeping somebody with their pet, but also introducing some social interaction. And we then also do a lot of signposting to other organisations. People are very quick to accept help for their pet, but maybe not so quick to accept help for themselves. So we sort of see it as an in and a way to get in to kind of then help on another level. So we have 200 extensively trained volunteers. We are everywhere in Northern Ireland apart from the Western Trust currently, but we are working to change that. And we're looking for the most vulnerable people in your communities, and people who don't have support circles, people who maybe financially would find it very difficult to pay for the type of care that they need. We're not means tested, but that's sort of that they're the people we're looking for, the people who need the help the most. And we want to make sure that nobody in Northern Ireland in those three categories at the minute have to rehome their companion, their source of company, their source of joy, their source of warmth, because their situation has changed and their health has deteriorated. Rosie's Trust is all about relationships. So whether it's the relationship between the person we support and the volunteer, the pet we support and the volunteer, and crucially, when you come down to the crux of our service, we're protecting the bond that that person has with their pet. On the next slide, all our contact details are there. It's rosiestrust.org, so nice and easy to remember. You can find all of this on it. And thank you very much for having us.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much. Now we're over to Ciara, who's going to tell us all about AgeWell's Scam Savvy service.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ciara. I'm one of the Impact AgeWell officers here at AgeWell. So Scam Savvy is another fantastic service from AgeWell that helps older people stay safe from scams. So we all know that scammers are getting smarter every day. Between their phone calls, texts, emails, it can all look very real. And that's where Scam Savvy comes in. So we send out a free text alert service to your phone once a week, and this warns you about the latest scams happening within your community. So for example, you might get a quick message saying that there's a fake text going around pretending to be from your bank or your GP surgery. That little bit of warning could stop someone from losing money or giving out personal details. So the message that we're trying to get across is to stop, check and act. So stop before you click or reply, to check if the message is real, and to ask someone you trust if you're unsure. So it's quick, it's local, and it really works. And by sharing these alerts with friends and family, we can all help protect each other. So if you want to get ahead of the scammers or to help someone else do the same, sign up to our Scam Savvy service today. And you can do this by contacting the number on the next slide. So all of our details are there, so give us a wee call at any time. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Ciara. And now we're going to hear from David from AbilityNet. We got David from AbilityNet there.
Hi, I note that a lot of the organizations today are about people caring for other people, supporting each other. Although in contrast, what we're doing today would not have been possible without technology. So there are many benefits available to users of technology, but there are also potential dangers, as ScamWise has highlighted. But our volunteers will help elderly people navigate their way through this sometimes minefield, utilizing the benefits, but also becoming aware of the dangers. Some of the benefits might be that if you're housebound, you can do your shopping online. You can see and talk to your relatives and friends abroad. You can control your radio, TV, light switches with your voice, and you can monitor your health with wearable devices. And you may need some help to do these things, and that's where our volunteers can assist. Some of the potential dangers or disadvantages might be you don't now get to talk to a helpful human being. You're likely to be directed to a chatbot or something which is not so easy to deal with. Once you're connected, you must guard and protect yourself against bad actors. And you must take care about what is fact and fiction when you go online. And we're also now quite dependent on this technology and worrying about what happens when things go wrong, as they did recently with Amazon Web Services and cyber technology attacks. So a building that just wants to help you navigate this, to help you with the skills and knowledge and support to utilize the technology to gain the advantages, and we're happy to do this by visiting you in your home.
That's great. Thank you so much for all of that, David. We need to move on now, so we're going to move on to Rhonda from AEL. Thank you.
So AEL has 6 different support programs operating under our roof, but the one I'm going to chat about today is called Home at the Heart. So this project aims to provide intensive and practical support to housing executive tenants who are either older individuals with disabilities, individuals with disabilities or older individuals 55 plus. The 3 areas that I support are Larne, Carrick and Ballymena. And we support tenants in sustaining their tenancies and maintaining their homes. We help to reduce isolation and improve wellbeing among vulnerable and older tenants, helping to build resilience and promote their independent living, provide access, guidance and life skills training. Tenants are referred primarily by patch managers, self-referral and assessed by AEL staff. The tailored action plan is then developed for each tenant, and the community team, which is the staff members and trainees from our social enterprise that come in to get work experience, will come out and deliver support through regular home visits. So it would be something like befriending and advice, training sessions. It could be safety, hygiene, citizenship, independent living, user-friendly guides for household items, appliances, low-level practical support, so a bit of house work, cleaning, a little bit of gardening, signposting to other services to provide a wraparound support, and there is a potential there for maybe a little bit of help with essential items for the tenant. So the social impact of this programme is then creating volunteer placements for our guys that come to us with additional needs. It's encouraging the tenant participation in their household tasks and helping to build their confidence and skills. It acts as a preventative service, identifying and addressing issues early before you get to crisis point, and offering social interaction during the visits to combat loneliness and isolation. So our contact details there is myself, Rhonda Duddy, the coordinator of this programme, and for any of the other support programmes and any information you need, you can access it through Lorraine Black, Head of Services.
Thank you so much, Rhonda. That was brilliant. For our eagle-eyed viewers there, the pumpkin was in that last slide. So Joanne from Dots has won it. So there you go, see it down at the bottom. Well done, Joanne. I will pass this to you later. And now we're moving on to our very new Mrs. Delargy to tell us about Holistic Hoarding Helpers.
Thank you. Hello everyone, my name's Katrina and I'm the Impact AgeWell team leader here at AgeWell, but I also work on Holistic Hoarding Helpers as an AgeWell officer. So Holistic Hoarding Helpers is an innovative project which is funded by the Housing Executive Sustaining Tenancies Fund, and that's really to support any tenants living in the Ballymena area who are at risk of losing their tenancy, maintain their tenancy for further. In order to refer into the project, they have to be a housing executive tenant, live in the Ballymena area and be at risk of losing their tenancies. So we'd receive funding from the housing executive for over a course of 3 years. We're now on our 2nd year, and each year we can support up to 12 tenants per year. So hopefully by the end of the project, we will have supported 36 tenants who are at risk of losing their home within the Ballymena area. A key element, I suppose, with Holistic Hoarding Helpers and why it's so unique is that there's 3 different elements of the support that we provide, and that is firstly the physical home clearance support, then the emotional wraparound support, and we're also looking at the longer term support as well. So in terms of the physical home clearance support, we partner with the Carson Project, which are a local Ballymena community group, and they work with the tenant for up to 6 days worth of physical home clearance support. And what's really important here is that it's co-produced with the tenant the whole way. So they're involved in every decision made about their items, what they keep, what's donated and what's disposed of, to declutter their home and make things more manageable longer term. And it's really important that we do take an empathetic approach here, that we understand how overwhelming this can be for the tenant. And we really get to ask questions about where their hoarding stems from so they understand their behaviours, and whether that be from childhood or right through, it may also be a long-term health condition which reduces the risk of managing their tenancies. Sorry, I will cut this down. Emotional wraparound support then is where the age well officer comes in, and that's really important that we focus on conversations around their housing, their money and rent, looking after their home, their health and well-being in particular, as I said, the mental and the physical health as well, positive use of time and community contribution. The last thing I just want to focus here on is the hoarding support group, and that's in Ballymena quarterly, and that's for anyone affected by hoarding. So it's not just housing executive tenants, it can be the individual themselves, their friends or their families. While I didn't get to go over everything on the slides, my contact details are there, so please do, if you have anyone that's affected by hoarding, give me a wee call. The office number's there, or my email as well. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thanks so much, Katrina. And now we're going to hear from Dale, who's going to tell us all about the Age Well Handyman. Dale.
Thank you. I am Dale. I'm also one of the impact officers here at AgeWell. So our handy person service is delivered in the Mid East Antrim area. And when he goes out, he does charge £10 per hour, but you can have him for a maximum of up to 3 hours, so you can get quite a lot done in that time. He is able to offer some small home repairs, including things like home security. So he's able to fit solar lights, things like key safes, door bar and chain, and ring doorbells, which have been getting more popular as well. The service does unfortunately exclude things like painting and decorating, gardening, plumbing, and electrical services. That's just because these are seen as specialized services. But he is able to do some small areas of power washing externally, but this would only be if it's seen as a health and safety risk. But he is also able to clean guttering at a bungalow level as well. But ultimately, the service it makes a lot of tasks that we would maybe see as simple or easy, but maybe some older people might struggle with. More easy for them to do. So things like changing light bulbs, TV tuning, fitting curtain rails, and putting up pictures can all be a bit easier for people to get done with the handy person service. So yes, if you want to avail this service, you can make a booking by getting in contact with the AgeWell office, which is all the contact details are, and just request a handy person. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Dale. We're now going to hear from Martha McWilliams from Parkinson's UK.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Nikita. Kavita, sorry. Thanks for giving me this opportunity. I'm the local advisor team manager here at Parkinson's UK, working in our information and support service, and I manage a small team of friendly local advisors who are available to go out into the community to talk to anybody who is affected by Parkinson's. So whether someone has had the diagnosis themselves or they may be a family member, friends and carers, we're here to support people, everybody affected by Parkinson's. We can provide information on the actual condition itself and how people can live well with the condition. We have an array of Parkinson's UK groups and activities out throughout the whole of Northern Ireland, and these involve local groups, cafes, social events where people get together and really enjoy each other's company. We have an array of support programs for people who are newly diagnosed, and a lot of people who are newly diagnosed don't really understand the condition that's been given. So we're here to provide information on at that stage of their Parkinson's journey. And we're here also as well to help people navigate the health and social care system. So an example of that could be that somebody might need access to the Parkinson's specialist nurse in their trust area. So we may be able to help people access professionals such as the nurse and maybe occupational therapy or social workers. A lot of people, sometimes when they feel they've nobody to talk to, they give us a call as well. And our local advisors are an amazing team who just will listen to people, and to no question is a silly question. And we're here if people really just need to pick up that phone and speak to somebody. We've also secured a lot of relevant welfare benefits for people affected by Parkinson's, and also grants as well. We do have a personal assistance grant programme here as well, and we've given a lot of people a lot of finance through that as well. To contact us, please do use our free phone helpline number, all accessible through 0808 800 0303. Thanks for listening.
Thank you so much, Martha. And now we're going to hear all about the Affordable Food Club from Melanie.
Hi everyone. Thanks Kavita and the Agewell team for having us along today. So for anyone that doesn't know, my name's Melanie and I am the manager of the Affordable Food Collective. We are a small local charity based in Mid and East Antrim, and we are tackling food poverty and food inequality in the borough by offering a social supermarket for people making food affordable to members of Mid and East Antrim. So we currently have 2 bases open. We have our Larne base and we have our Ballymena base, soon to follow by Carrick by the end of the year, which will be great news to our Carrick members who've been very, very patient with us. We offer 2 memberships. So we have a 4-week crisis response membership, and we have a 12-week longer term solution response as well. Membership is £5 one-off fee to join. We then charge £5 per shop. So if you have a think about what you can get for a meal deal for £5, you're basically getting 15 items here with us. So that's fresh fruit and veg, your ambient products, tin goods, and then your meats and things like that, and loads of vegetarian options. We do cater to dietary requirements as well. We're not just the food, we're also a holistic service, so we will do a bit of a wellbeing plan with somebody when they join, just to establish any barriers they have. We'll do a regular review with them just to make sure that they're achieving their goals, and we will signpost to services, many of whom are here. Our service details are on the next slide as well. But there's quite a few faces, familiar faces here for me today, but there's a few services I'm not aware of, so that's brilliant in helping us signpost. So that's me. Any questions at all, contact myself or one of the team. We're a small team here in the area, and appreciate your time today. Thank you very much.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Melanie. And now we've got Ronan from the Consumer Council on.
Good afternoon, morning, I should say. Thank you very much for this invitation. This is the second one I've done. Really appreciate it. It's really great listening to hear about other organisations. So from the Consumer Council point of view, we investigate and resolve complaints free of charge within our remit area. We provide advice and information. Our website is available in over 100 languages. We have information resources in paper, and we also have our online comparison tools, which is the likes of comparing the electricity, there's the oil comparison table, there's the petrol and diesel comparison table, and our latest one now is looking at the running cost of electrical appliances in your house. And what you do is you just put in your information, and it will tell you how much it costs to run per day, per week, per month. And I suppose during this cost living crisis, we're trying to, say to consumers, there is support and help out there. So if you want the next slide, please. If anyone is struggling with their electricity, we can take complaints in this area. We've returned 2.5 million in the past 5 years. This is our free phone number. What I would say is maybe you're working with service users, and if anyone is struggling with the electricity, we bypass all our procedures and we contact the electricity supplier on their behalf and say you need to support your customers. We are still paying 40% more for electricity. We don't want people sitting at home without having light in their house, without maybe being worried about cooking dinner and things like that. But all this information on our website where you can contact me as well. And that's me finished. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Ronan. Now we're going over to the Community Advice Mid and East Antrim, and it's Julia.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Julia Cleland and I'm the Operations Director for Community Advice Mid and East Antrim, previously known as and probably better known as Citizens Advice. Clients still call us Citizens Advice. We're a charity and we provide free, confidential and independent advice to people across the Mid and East Antrim Borough Council areas. We support clients with a wide range of issues, from benefits, including form filling, benefit checks, benefit tribunals, benefit entitlement checks to determine entitlement, debt, housing, employment, consumer rights. And if there's anything that we don't have the answer to, then we will find someone that does, and they always get their issues resolved. We're based in 2 main offices, our newly opened Ballymena office at 7 Mill Street, which is just behind the Town Hall, and our Larne office in the Market Yard at 2 Station Road. We also work on outreach locations, including Carrickfergus Community Forum, which is by appointment only, and will soon be based in the Trussell Trust food banks throughout Mid and East Antrim as part of expanding our service. Not sure when this is going to start, but it will be within the next month or so. Our team includes trained advisors, debt specialists, tribunal specialists, trainees and volunteers, all working together to ensure that the people get the help they need when they need it. We offer telephone advice, face-to-face appointments, and clients are more than welcome to call into both of our main offices if they feel it's just too overwhelming even to pick up the phone. And we offer home visits. We are committed to making advice accessible to everyone, and we want to meet people where they are, hence the new project within the food banks. We can be contacted by phone, by email, or as I said, by calling into one of the offices. Our offices are open Monday to Friday, 9:30 to 4:30, and we are now offering 2 late nights to 7 p.m. and Saturday mornings for those who aren't able to come in during the week, maybe due to work commitments. Thank you.
Brilliant, Julia. Thank you so much. Next up, we've got Radius Floating Support, and it's Katrina. We got Katrina on with us?
Yes, can you hear me now? Yes, our floating support server covers all of the Northern Trust. The service is for over 55s. The individual can be living in social housing, private rental, or they can own their own property. If an individual is under 55 and has an identified support need, they can be considered for the service if they have a letter from the GP. Their service is for a period up to 2 years. Our main aim really is to help people live independently in their own homes for as long as possible. We complete a support plan at the beginning of the service and then again 6 months' time. This allows us to identify what support the person requires and helps us signpost on to the appropriate organisations. This includes things like a referral to the OT for home adaptations, the council, the housing executive, and benefit advice. We can also help with filling out forms. We can complete a home visit then every 4 to 6 weeks, which allows us to follow up on any referrals we have made, or for some that may just be someone to talk to. We also hold social events once a month, whether that be an afternoon tea, a bus outing, just something that gets them out really. The next slide, it's about referrals. If you can go to the next slide. Yep. So referrals can be sent to the email address below. Anyone can make a referral, can be self-referral or from an organisation or from a social worker. If you want a referral form, you can email the address below. We do have a long referral form, but we also have shortened that down for people that have maybe don't have time to fill out the whole form. So you can get that at the email address below if you email that. And that's me finished.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Katrina. Now we're going over to our community wellbeing team, and it's Sonia.
Good morning, everyone. Lovely to see you all. Every day is a school day. It's so good to hear all the stuff that you do. It's fantastic. So I sit within the wellbeing team within Mid and East Antrim Borough Council, and within our team we have great wellbeing officers who cover all of the borough, and our services, the energy efficiency service and the home safety check scheme predominantly. The point of these is just basically, well, the energy efficiency, I'll go into detail on it first. So that scheme is basically designed to improve the thermal comfort for our residents, and anyone that is struggling to heat their homes can self-refer or be referred in from other agencies. The advice we provide is bespoke advice. So it basically is one of our wellbeing officers will go into the home and we will have a chat with the homeowner and see where the problems are. We can discuss the use of their heating system. We can discuss cavity wall and loft insulation and refer them on to grants for those types of things. We can look at where they're losing heat, so things like draft proofing, and provide small pieces of equipment to assist with that. We can also refer them on to other agencies for help and advice in terms of heating their home. We also give out some free equipment or free heat the person items. It would be the keep warm packs, heated throws, rechargeable water bottles, things like that. Alongside that, we have the heater lending scheme, which can assist them to heat the home if they're having a new heating system fitted or anything like that. We also have the home safety check scheme, which is basically for over 65s who have a vulnerability with falls and things, or any home safety issues. And it looks at things like carbon monoxide, fire, poisons, other bits and pieces. There's bits of equipment that we give out for that too, which is basically small piece of equipment like helping hand, socks on, heated touch lamps and things, which can reduce accidents at home. If anyone's interested, you can contact us on those email and phone number there. There is a referral form, but if you just reach out, we can set that up with you. We take referrals from everyone, and we also
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Sonia. That's brilliant. Thank you. No problem. We're just going to move on there to Valerie from the Alzheimer's Society.
Hey, I'm Valerie. I'm the Dementia Advisor for the Antrim Ballymena area of the Alzheimer's Society. We have dementia advisors throughout the whole of Northern Ireland. So what we do is provide face-to-face or telephone support and information to carers and people with a diagnosis of dementia. Anybody can refer the person in to us with their consent. So families would contact us, social workers would refer in, and different teams, and a lot of you on the call today refer into, which is fantastic. We then go out and provide that information support. We can talk through the diagnosis, any questions and queries the families would have, coping with behaviours, and any questions that we have that way. We provide information programs, so we have new ones coming up now in November. They are online, so I will be sending out the information. So we have people from maybe the Benefits Office, solicitors, different things. We're always looking for different speakers, so I'll be taking note of a few names and numbers here today. We have the support groups, so we have an online one once a month for the carers and a face-to-face one once a month. Fantastic, where they can come together to that safe place and learn from each other. They've coping techniques they can share, and they can come in, and if they want to have a scream, they can. If they want to have a cry, we always laugh and cry. It's lovely. We have Singing for the Brain now, which is face-to-face in Antrim. Fantastic service. I always say it's not a choir, it's just singing for fun. We have our awareness raising events and activities. We do awareness raising talks, dementia friends sessions where we can deliver to different organisations dementia friends sessions. So it's information about dementia and coping techniques, and they get a wee pin badge at the end of it and become a dementia friend. So it's really good for organisations to then say they are dementia friendly. We have Time for Dementia is a new programme as well. You can find out more about that from us, and there was various other things in that slide. So we have a support line open 7 days a week, 2 late nights, and then Saturday, Sunday as well. That's the information then, contact details as well. Thank you.
Fabulous, Valerie. Thank you so much. And now it's over to Diabetes UK, and we've got Callum on.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Callum. I'm the diabetes support worker for Diabetes UK Northern Ireland, and we have a lot of initiatives across Northern Ireland. One of our main ones, you can see the pumpkin there, is the Live Well Hub, and we have one. We have 7 across Northern Ireland, but one of them is in Ballymena. It's sort of like a one-stop shop for people who are at risk of diabetes, living with diabetes, but also those who want to learn more. They come along, they can ask questions, get advice. It's peer support, and it's really popular. So I'll put the details in. We also offer online groups, other peer support groups, sort of pop-up ones throughout the year, remission groups, all across Northern Ireland. And the good thing is they're completely free as well. Another thing is Together Type 1, so that's for 11 to 25-year-olds with type 1 diabetes. They offer, that's also peer support for those young people, but also it offers the parents of the young people to come along to the different events and ask questions and learn more about diabetes just outside of a clinical environment. We also do workplace awareness sessions and information sessions to anyone from workplaces to also different organisations as well. And we've got a lot of online peer support, as I mentioned. So we've got remission groups, adult type 1 groups, and different family groups as well, just to give more support for diabetes. But the Live Well Hub is our most it's our biggest initiative across Northern Ireland, and in Ballymena, it's just in the Ballycale Business Centre, and we run it once a month, and it's getting bigger and bigger. It started off with only a couple of people, but it's been growing and growing. And what we're sort of looking for at the minute is a volunteer who actually comes in and runs the hub, which means we can sort of step away and start to look at other places to get a Live Well hub up and running. So it's open to everyone. It's completely free. So this is just on the next slide, is just our information. So if you have any questions, just give us an email, or there's loads of information on our website about diabetes and about our groups. So thanks, everyone.
Brilliant, thank you, Callum, and well spotted. There was a pumpkin there, but I think Wenda from Volunteer Now got in before you. So Wenda, you have one, so we'll get this to you at some point soon. So well done. And now we're going to hear from Jackie from RNIB.
Hi, thank you all for this meeting today. It's great. I'm Jackie. I'm from RNIB. I'm one of the community access workers here in the Northern Trust. There's 3 of us, and the one that covers the MEAP area is Sharon, who couldn't make it today, so I'm standing in for her here today. But some of the services we provide, RNIB, the Royal National Institute of Blind People, offers a wide range of services for people with sight loss. So some of them are listed here. So community access, which is the social action team that I'm part of, which is what the 3 of us in the Northern area would do. And we're seconded to the sensory support team within the Northern Health and Social Care Trust. So we work very closely with the rehab officers there. So we're able to go in one-to-one in people's home. We're in a unique position here in the Northern Trust. We can access services and things for people in their home to help them with daily living and social activities and things like that. So we would have social groups and peer support activities for people that meet face-to-face. We also have telephone support groups for specific groups like Charles Bonnet syndrome for people who are experiencing those things. So they're telephone support groups people can access in their own homes. We have Living Well with Sight Loss courses where people can, who are newly diagnosed, get more about information and services through those courses. We have our care liaison office within the eye clinics who are a one-to-one face-to-face and telephone support for people who maybe have questions about their diagnosis or their eye condition, or how to access information about appointments in the eye clinics, and also about being registered as either sight impaired or severely sight impaired. We have technology support, which will help people with using their telephone and accessibility and things like that. You know, the voiceover options on your Apple phone or the Android, things like that, or the new Ray-Ban glasses, how to use those accessibly. We also have counselling for support needs for people who are struggling with their diagnosis. Oh, sorry, 10 minutes or 10 seconds. We also have RNAB, talking books, podcasts, all sorts of things. So there's lots of services, and it's really hard to fit it into that time. So any questions or queries, please contact us, because there's a lot of information and a lot more we could talk about. So feel free to get in touch with us. Thank you.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much, Jackie. Right, and now we're going over to Joanne to tell us all about our service DOTS.
So hi everybody, my name is Joanne and I am the Sales and Marketing Officer at DOTS. So DOTS is a social enterprise based just outside Ballymena in Brisbane, and we serve the Ballymena area and surrounding villages. So with the hope to expand scope on that with our paid service, which is used to benefit existing community work completed by AgeWell. So at DOTS, we believe that everyone deserves to feel safe and valued and cared for in the comfort of their own home. Our mission is simple. It's to provide a high-quality person-centered care that enhances independence and dignity for every individual we support. Within my role, I sort of focus on connecting the services with the people who need.
We seem to have lost Joanne there. This feels like a news broadcast. But yes, she was in the middle of telling us about DOTS there. And yeah, so will we move on to the contact details? Yeah, well, you can.
So DOTS is, just finish this off, DOTS is a paid for service for people who provides home support. So that could be something like companionship, like cleaning, laundry, transport and accompaniment to appointments or assisted shopping. So it's really anything that the older person needs to help them feel, as Joanne said, safer and more secure and live longer in their own home. So DOT stands for delivering options through tailored solutions, and that is what the service aims to do in a nutshell. So if you would like to inquire about DOTS or find out more information, you can contact us via the details on screen, or you can fill out an online inquiry form at the dotsni.co.uk website.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Chrissy, for taking over there. So yes, so I think we're nearly at the end. Yeah, we're on to Ian now, who's from the RNID. So well done, Ian, for waiting to the last. Over to you.
Getting your own back because I went first the last time. Good morning, everyone. I think it's still morning. Yep, it is. My name's Ian, and I am the coordinator for the RNID Near You. RNID Near You is run throughout the whole of Northern Ireland, throughout all the 5 trusts, with 7 other coordinators coordinate the other trust. I coordinate the Northern Trust. We're here to support. We're funded by the Health and Social Care Group, SPPG, in partnership with NHS audiologists. And we're funded to provide aftercare of NHS hearing aids. So some people are getting mixed up because they know whenever we say we support people with hearing aids, but our funding is actually just for NHS. We're open to referrals, but referrals have got a criteria. So would rather have anyone on here who would like to refer to me to contact me first to see whether home visits might be available for them. I have 12 support sessions throughout the whole of the Northern Trust running every month. And those are easily accessed via our website, or if you contact me, I'll send you a full list of all our details. We help with hearing aids, including the basic repairs and maintenance of the NHS hearing aids, information on hearing loss and how to do an online hearing check or help to carry out an online hearing check, to access support and services in your area, help with assistive technology and enhance your hearing loss experience, and signposting you to other hearing loss partners. And all my details is on the next slide. If you'd like to move forward, please. Yep, you can get me there. That scan code for anybody, if you want to scan it, will actually take you to your website where you can type in your area where you live, and it will give you a support session close to your area or any of your service users or patients or residents or whatever. And please feel free to contact me anytime to discuss further. Like Jackie says, RNID, RNIB, we're quite closely connected. We've got so much to share. There's so much information that we just can't hold within a couple of minutes. But I'm always there. All the information, you can get my details there. Email me, drop me a phone call anytime, and hopefully I'll be able to help you out with any of your service users, patients, residents, or whoever. That's all from me anyway. Thank you for having me here. Take care. Bye.
Brilliant, Ian. Thank you so much for being so patient. So yeah, so that's a wrap. We've heard from lots of different services, all in just 2 minutes each. and packed a ton of valuable information along the way. And well done to Wenda and Joanne for winning those wee Terry's chocolate mints. So just before we wrap up completely, I'd love to just get a wee bit of feedback from you. So just something simple, if you pop into the chat what you thought about today's session, even just one word which sums up how you feel about it and if you learned anything or you found out something new today. So while you're doing that, I just want to say a big thank you to all of you for your contributions and your participation. I really hope you found this session worthwhile and you maybe even discovered something new about an organisation that you had never come across before. And of course, I need to say thank you so much to Chrissy and to Erin, who've been working in the background, keeping me right, doing the presentations, doing the timing. I'd be lost without them, so thank you very much. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. With that, we're all done. So thanks again for your time and your participation, and take care and see you next time.
Thank you so much for running it and all the effort you put into organising it, because it's so valuable.
Oh, thank you.
See you.
Bye now.